So you work hard every day. You save money. You follow all the rules. But it still feels like there is never enough. If it seems like the rich know something about money that the rest of us don't, it's probably because they do. There must be some reason the richest 1% of people now hold more than 30% of the world's wealth. Maybe the rich have certain secrets to accumulating wealth, but that doesn't mean what they know has to remain a mystery. Having abundant possessions and especially material wealth. If that is the definition of rich, then I'm definitely not rich. At least according to that definition, most of us aren't. However, that doesn't mean we will never be rich. Watch this video till the end to know the secret recipe of becoming rich. 1. Never spend money to look rich. Have you ever seen that person that always seems to have the latest iPhone, best car, and designer clothes, yet they can barely make their rent? Yup, that is the person I'm talking about. The person that lives paycheck to paycheck, however, eats at the best restaurants and has the hottest gear. Are you that person? If you are that person, then you need to stop right now. I understand you want to look good. You want people to see you can afford these things. I get it. But that is not helping to build wealth. You are making someone else rich. They don't worry about how to look rich. They do not wear designer brands. They do not drive fancy cars. But what they do have is financial freedom. I'll take that every day over a fancy car too. Rich people invest. The word invest is a scary word, especially when you are in your 20s and 30s. However, don't be scared. I mean scared. Investing can mean a million different things. It can mean anything from setting up a savings account to working with an investment advisor. The best thing to do is to educate yourself. Even if you don't feel like you can afford it, even the smallest investment can make a big difference. Which leads me to my next point. 3. Rich people. Invest. Quality over quantity. That is not a typo. Rich people make it a point to invest in the things they buy. It is not about quantity. It is about quality. Think about it. Let's say you find a great deal on a vacuum cleaner. It is $50, except you have to replace that vacuum cleaner every year for the next 10 years. Well, that $50 vacuum cleaner just cost you $500. A rich person would instead invest in a $250 vacuum cleaner that will last for 10 years for a savings of $250. The same thing goes with furniture and apparel. Think about the cost per use as opposed to the deal you are getting when making purchases. This works out to the difference between being frugal versus cheap. 4. Rich people do not drive brand new cars. So on TV, you see all those billionaires driving fancy new cars, but let's be honest. In the real world, most of the wealthy people I know buy a new car and keep that car until they drive it into the ground. Do you know what it is like to live life without a car payment? It's amazing. So why bother investing in something that has no return other than getting those coveted head turns at the light? Those head turns are not going to help you when you want to retire early. So take a note from some of the wealthiest people out there and resist the urge to upgrade your car every year. 5. Rich people read a lot. Rich people are always reading and learning. When I first graduated, the first book I read was Get a Financial Life. You can find it here. This book changed my life. It gave me the guidance I needed not to make the same mistakes as my peers. Reading and learning definitely work in your favor. Instead of being intimidated, go to your local library and pick up some money management books, or check out some of your favorite bloggers. You will be surprised by what you will learn. Here are some books that I've read or are currently on my reading list. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cents. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. 6. Rich people live beneath their means. During the housing crisis, there were a lot of people that found themselves unable to afford their homes, let alone their lifestyles. Many people lost their jobs. Others went from having a dual income to only one and still couldn't afford the mortgage. This taught me a big lesson. Live beneath your means. Just because you make more money doesn't mean you have to spend money. Bigger paychecks mean bigger bills. However, for those of us that live well beneath our means, a bigger paycheck means we are that much closer to early retirement. When most of us graduate college, we are barely making it. Between rent, student loans, and just living there is barely left over anything else. So it is natural that once you get that first big raise, you lose your mind. I 100% agree that you should enjoy your money and your life. However, ask yourself, do you really need it? Instead of buying a bigger house or getting a fancier car, take that extra money and invest or put it towards your retirement. You will thank me later, I promise. But if you really want that bigger house or fancier car, make sure you can realistically afford it. Be prepared for the unexpected. There are too many people that are living paycheck to paycheck despite the fact they are making six figures. There is no reason why you should be in that position. I know people will have something to say about that statement, but as someone that lives and works in New York City, one of the most expensive cities in the world, I'm confident in making that statement. Be realistic, people, and make the decision to live beneath your means. 7. Rich people avoid debt. Good debt, bad debt. In my mind, debt is debt. It is an extra bill that I am getting every month. Paying off your debt is the best way to get closer to becoming rich. And when I say rich, I mean having liquid funds. Think about it. Let's say you have a credit card, a car payment, and a student loan. Let's say you paid all of those off. How much extra money would you have in your pocket every month? I am pretty confident it would be a good chunk of cash. Most wealthy people do not have debt. They have liquidity, which gives them the flexibility to spend when they need and want to. 8. Rich people budget. The word budget comes across as a bad word to a lot of people. What do you mean I need to be on a budget? Well, guess what? Sitting down and coming up with a budget can be very beneficial to you for many reasons. 1, it helps you realize how much you might be overspending on things you don't need. 2, it gives you an opportunity to assess your finances in a way that allows you to take action. You don't have to cut back on fun in order to enjoy yourself. Get creative with free and cheap date ideas. For example, here in NYC, we take advantage of the free outdoor movies. Rich people have a budget, and they stick to it. This is how they are able to afford to live the life they live and still have leftovers for retirement and investing. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you can lose your mind buying everything you see. You can live on a fabulous budget. 9. Rich people love their job. It's human nature. When you love what you do, you devote more time and energy to it. You give it your all. So it is no wonder that people that are wealthy are also successful in their careers. They love what they do. Therefore, they strive to be the best, which hopefully means more money. Looking for some ideas? Check out The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. I read this book a bit ago and loved it. You can find it here. So find a job or career that you love, and when you do, rock it out. However, let's not get greedy. In the words of the late notorious B.I.G., money mo problems. This brings me to my next point. 10. Rich people are not greedy. I am by no means saying that poor people are greedy. When I say greedy, I think of the person that only thinks about money and makes every life decision based on how much money they are going to get out of it. That doesn't work. Needing money because you are trying to pay your rent and wanting money because you want to show everyone you got money are two completely different things. It is about showing gratitude for what you have and not just chasing the dollar to chase the dollar. 11. Rich people are risk takers. Sometimes the biggest risk can yield the biggest rewards. You definitely shouldn't go too far out of your comfort zone, however, whether it is something as simple as trying something new, quitting your job to go to school, or completely doing a 360 on your career, this is the perfect way to move towards your goal of being rich someday. As someone that is risk-averse, I went against my instincts, took a huge risk, and have not looked back. I have never been happier. 12. Rich people surround themselves with other successful people. Peer pressure. It's a thing. I am the person I am today because of the people I am surrounded by. Remember when your parents used to come down on you for hanging out with the wrong crowd? They knew what they were talking about. Rich people surround themselves around people that inspire them and push them to be better. So look around you. Who are you surrounded by and how do they motivate you every day? 13. Rich people sacrifice the present for the future. They invest time and money into their future. For example, they invest time and money into their education, their planning, their careers, and their value. They spend their nights improving themselves, their careers, and their businesses. They face their problems. Poor people like to take it easy and enjoy the present. They watch a lot of TV, entertainment, news, and sports, socialize online and offline. Play video games, party, travel, eat, drink, and be merry. If it helps them to escape from their problems, they do it. 14. Rich people believe they are responsible for their own fate. Over 85% of millionaires and billionaires are self-made. They did not inherit their money, steal their money, nor win the lottery. They know they need to earn their wealth. When bad things happen, they learn. Poor people expect others will save them. They blame others for their problems. They wish and hope someone will come along to give them their wealth. Now, before you come down my throat and say, hey, I'm poor, and I do all of those things, that's not fair. Let me start by saying then, you are on the right track. These are the things that I have noticed and observed are traits of people that are wealthy. I am not rich and I do all this stuff. However, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage. So there is that. The definition of the word rich is relative. If you asked me if I was rich, I would say abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, that is a word. Why? Well, because I have enough. I don't have everything, but I have all I need to live the life I want. Thank you for watching the video. Which thing is the most important? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. So that was all for today's video. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and I hope you have a beautiful day. We hope you like the video, and our tips will help you in your journey to become rich. For more videos like this, do subscribe to our channel, and please leave a link to show us. See you next time.